Hi everyone and welcome to the Dodo Bird Nerd. It's me, the Dodo Bird Nerd, and in today's video I'm going to be going over what a potential Hokkaido Wolf LEGO piece could look like. So without any further ado, let's roll the intro and let's get started. So one quick thing before we get started, that being that all works and images used will be in the description of the video. So the first thing to go over when talking about a potential Hokkaido Wolf LEGO piece is to talk about what the size of the piece would have to be in order to be accurate. So in order to be accurate, the piece would have to be around 2 bricks in height at the shoulder in order to get the right height. I didn't really find a measurement on how long it would be, but you could maybe gauge based on this picture how long it would be based on if it was 2 bricks in height, keep the scale in mind. But I couldn't really find anything specifically saying how long it would be. So I can give a height measurement, but not really much in the length department, but you could probably figure out what the piece would have to be from that 2 bricks in height measurement. Anyway, moving on to the color of the piece in order to be accurate. This would have to be mainly a light bluish gray piece with black for printing for the eyes and potentially dark bluish gray printing in order to be accurate. Finally, in terms of what this piece would have to be, is basically where this piece would even show up. The first place would be in a museum set. Museums tend to have stuffed versions of extinct animals. In fact, this image is from a museum, and so a potential Hokkaido Wolf LEGO piece could show up there. A zoo set is another possibility. Zoos can have extinct animal statuaries. Well, these are mainly for dinosaurs. The Hokkaido wolf is still an extinct animal, and so it could still potentially show up there. A new theme is another possibility. This is kind of hard to predict, as it could be really anything in terms of being a new theme. However, I would like to mention here that due to its similarities in size to a gray wolf, they could potentially put it as a normal gray wolf piece, or if they were to make one that could be Hokkaido wolf, it could show up in a later set with similar printing as just a normal gray wolf, due to their similarities. There are differences, but it's still a possibility, and so we could see it through a new theme there, as there is somehow not a normal LEGO wolf piece yet, which I find mildly shocking. The 2 more recent ones have been a Minecraft mold and a more fantasy-inspired piece. There hasn't really been just a normal wolf piece at all, really. So it could show up in a new theme, either specifically as a Hokkaido wolf or just a generic wolf due to the similarities. Again, similar to the Japanese river otter from, I think, the last one. There would be some differences, but by and large you get the right idea. Again, for more specifically to this extinct animal, a Hokkaido wolf specific piece would be preferred, but again, potentially a generic gray wolf piece could work. Anyway, moving on to a Ninjago set. As I mentioned in that Japanese river otter video, Ninjago has had parts of Japanese lore in its stories, such as the March of the Oni season, and so potentially a Hokkaido wolf could show up there. So, I mean, we've already seen a wolf piece. The more fantasy-inspired wolf piece I mentioned earlier was from a Ninjago set, and so we could potentially see it there. Though at the same time, there being that wolf piece in Ninjago and it being different could potentially actually take away from the probability of it being in a Ninjago set, though I thought I would still mention it. Next up is an Animals of Japan set. Again, I mentioned this with the Japanese river otter, but since this animal was native to Japan, it could still potentially show up in an Animals of Japan set similar to the Japanese river otter. The final place it could potentially show up could be in a minifigure series. Now, this is a definitely more likely possibility, as it is not as large of an animal piece. It would be shorter than a minifigure, and so it could rather easily fit inside of a bag alongside a minifigure. So this would be a definite possibility for a potential Hokkaido Wolf LEGO piece. So what do you think of the general characteristics I described of a potential Hokkaido Wolf LEGO piece? Let me know in the comments down below. What extinct animal do you want me to do next in this series? Let me know in the comments down below. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Bye!